welcome to Toy Chest Quest. Today we're going to do something super different. I decided there was so much NECA Ninja Turtle news that I wanted to do an entire episode just venting my excitement and how happy I am, because if I don't get this out to you, I'm liable to explode. There have been so many announcements, little news tidbits, some reveals, Lootcrates finally, which I'm absolutely over the moon about. So let's get into it. Alright, I more or less am going to pull up some tweets. So I want to thank everyone who asked NECA these questions that I'm going to display, and thank NECA, or Randy at NECA, for answering. And we're going to go ahead. Okay, I guess I want to go ahead and start with, before we get into the loot crate, there was another crate that was announced a little bit before, but it does come with a NECA figure. They announced they're doing this box with Stern, the pinball company. Famously has a really great Ninja Turtles animated pinball machine. But they announced they're doing a box with them. It's going to include a couple fun things here. First off, if you've seen NECA's current profile picture, they've been doing these fun teases with the Universal monsters and different things with their profile picture lately. But right now, it's this wild Krang beanie, which I will put up right here, and you'll see. Very fun. This is what it looked like if I was wearing it right now. Pretty great. Yep, okay. Throw that off. It comes with a shirt. It looks like hopefully I can get a better picture of the shirt for you. And the figure you really can't make out, but it does look like some sort of a repainted shredder to look like, I'm assuming, the pinball one. I'm assuming it's this one. The, hopefully you can see that. I'm assuming it's like the animated one, just kind of repainted, which that's cool. If you haven't gotten that figure, it's a good opportunity to pick one up. I assume these are going to be at Walmart. It seems like that kind of box. Really fun pizza magnet, kind of generic, but hey, it's pizza. We all love it. And great Bebop and Rocksteady keychain. I actually like that a lot. So, all right, we'll get from that crate to the next one, and we're going to talk about the loot crates. This is Wave 2. If you're not familiar, they did last year, of course, right before I got into collecting Ninja Turtles through NECA, they did these amazing loot crates. If you're not familiar with Loot Crate, oh gosh, there's a lot of history with this one. Loot Crate's a subscription service in which you purchase these blind boxes filled with usually like a t-shirt, some sort of drinking utensil. Utensil? Is that the right word? Well, maybe some sort of cup. And then you get, with these NECA ones, limited, well, with the NECA ones, you get an exclusive to that box NECA figure. And they did a really neat thing with the first wave. Each box represented a different iteration of the Turtles that NECA has the license to and has been making. So you've got like your video game, you've got your animated series, you've got the Mirage comics, which is probably the thing I'm the least familiar with, I'll be honest. And what's the other one? Oh, and then of course you've got your movies. The last one had a bunch of really fun things, and I'm really sad I missed out, especially on the Bebop and Rocksteady dressed up as Easter bunnies. If you haven't seen those figures, they are a delight. I am very jealous of everyone who has those. And I think that box came with a Mondo Gecko t-shirt. I'm at least going to get that shirt from somebody online. So if you have that in XL and you want to get rid of it, let me know. Alright, so we'll go over what's in these crates. Very excited about these because, like I said, I didn't get on the first wave. These I jumped on immediately. I did have to pay an extra $32 because this came out of a wrong account, but well worth it in the long run. Let me see. Alright, well, first and foremost, the first box is going to be movie turtle themed. And if you haven't seen, they've already shown what the figure is, and it's Danny. It looks really great. They actually got the license to get the Sid Vicious shirt. NECA had retweeted a really cool story on their Twitter account where the guy who was friends with the actor who plays Danny had bought him that Sid Vicious shirt and was over the moon about the figure coming out and having the shirt that he bought him. Just thought it was a neat little story. Did get the actual license to the shirt, which is cool, so they don't have to do like a fake kind of thing. They said that there will not be a replica of that shirt in the box, so it'll be something different. I'm anxious to see what they are, because like I said, I didn't get any of the other ones, so I just like sat and watched as people got these really cool little neat boxes, so with all these awesome Ninja Turtle things. Someone asked if it was the same body as the John Connor figure that from T2, and they said that there are some things, they just more or less, the legs are the same, and they said the legs and the feet are the same, but the rest of the figure is completely unique to Danny. He looks great. He has two heads. He's got one with the foot soldier bandana, and he's like, oh, and then like one where he's just, you know, the regular Danny, no headband, stealing money from April's purse. Kind of a jerk, but it'll be a fun figure. Much like having Vernon, who I'm going to be shooting a review for later today. It's nice to have these kind of like goofball foil characters in the Ninja Turtles, so you can shoot them getting into trouble and the Ninja Turtles having to save them. I like having extra people like that. Oh, and Danny also comes with his headphones and a cassette player. So that's a pretty neat accessory. The second crate is going to be arcade themed, and I'm very excited because the teaser image shows... So, in the arcade crate, you're going to see this shark shape over here. And that means we're going to get into tournament fighter figures. I just got into, you can see over here, the Turtles in Time figure. And as you can obviously tell behind me, I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Turtle video games, and especially the Konami ones. I grew up playing tournament fighters all the time. I think I'm probably the most familiar with the Sega Genesis version. And I think that was one of those games where you got like one exclusive figure... one exclusive character per system. So I can't remember if I played it on the Super Nintendo or not, but I'm going to have to figure out a way to play it this weekend because I've been thinking about it nonstop since they announced Armagon is coming to... I hope that's how you say that. Armagon? I don't think I've ever heard it because I've only played the game and I don't really get to talk Turtles with a lot of people. That's why I'm doing a whole news thing about it today. Alright, so that's really exciting for the second crate, and that means we'll probably get some cool tournament fighters, little bits and pieces, so another reason I want to play it again is to start thinking about things that I'd like to see in that box. So, let's go on to the third crate. Alright, the third crate is going to be from the Mirage comics. Like I stated briefly earlier, it's probably the darkest spot in my Turtle fan lexicon. Just because I just never really got into those comics personally because I was born in 1987, so literally the cartoon and I pretty much run simultaneously together, and the video games, stuff like that. So those two things in the movies were... the movies and the games were the things really that got me into it, but it's something that I would like to get into further. I've been reading the newer IDW comics and absolutely loving them. I'm about a third of the way through and it's really good. I got it, if you get Comixology, that's what I did. I think it's like $4 or $5 a month, and they've got a bunch of them on there. So I'm not to the point where I've had to buy any yet. But with the Mirage comics, you're getting some kind of mutated Shredder here. And he looks cool. He's got like, almost looks like some sort of insectoid arms. And I love a weird character. And this one looks bizarre. So even though I don't really know anything about the Mirage comics, or I know very little, I guess, I think this looks really cool. And I've seen some images of what people assume the figure is, because, I mean, it's an outline, and people are like, hey, here's a reference in some of these great Ninja Turtle Facebook groups. And, yeah, I think that character is really going to be neat and really look weird. So, I am excited for that one. But probably the one I'm looking the least forward to. But, I mean, it's like, which of these is... Hey, which of these kids which of your own children do you like the least? And, you really can't pick. But, okay, now we're getting to the good stuff. The fourth crate is going to be cartoon. And, if you remember back whenever I recorded my first Ninja Turtles review, I think it was the first review I did for Ninja Turtles, was for the Triceraton 2-pack back here. And in that video, I said to the internet, I just put it out there, there was one figure that I really wanted NECA to make to pair with these figures, and that was this figure right here. And oh boy, am I so excited. But I am absolutely over the moon to finally get Donatello as the Dark Turtle. I'm a huge Batman fan. You can see I've got one Batman over here, and I'm going to tease this right now that next month for March, I want to do like a bunch of Batman content. I think I'm going to try to build a March Madness style bracket, and we're going to figure out which of the McFarlane Batman is the coolest. Just between us. So we'll put that on the internet, and we'll all vote, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll have a big thing, and we'll talk about which of the McFarlane Batman is the coolest in March. So that's something to look forward to. But... so this is a mashup that I am very much looking forward to. I honestly hope the t-shirt is just that logo. The one that's like it's like a Ninja Turtle Batman logo, more or less. It's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that crate. And the other thing they did is with the first series, if you order all the crates together, and, okay, let me tell you this. Okay, when you check out, you can order all the crates by accident and not click this option. So just be extra careful that you click. There's a little button that says, like, all 4 crates plus extra figure. So make sure you do that and not highlight all the things, because you can purchase each of these crates individually. So if you're just like, I just want that Dark Donatello, or I just want that little turd Danny, you can just buy those crates. Or you can buy, 3 of the crates, whatever, 2 of the crates, none of the crates. It's up to you. You buy whatever you want, it's your money. Spend it however you choose. So you can just do that, and that's really great. But if you buy all the figures together, you get an exclusive bonus figure. In the first wave, it was the Bebop as the bunny rabbit, Easter bunny fun character, which paired perfectly with the Rocksteady. It was one or the other, Bebop or Rocksteady. One of them was the alternative. You get it, what I'm saying. I didn't get them, so I couldn't tell you, sadly. In my opinion, this is a figure I actually did want for a while. Outside of Bebop and Rocksteady, there are other punk characters who become mutants that you don't really get a ton of, but are kind of in the background and really fun. One of those being Scrag, who turns into a bat. Alright, so one of the other Twitter questions I did want to bring up at this point was about Scrag specifically. And someone was asking if you were going to be able, which I'll put up here, if you were going to be able to, it says, debating if I need to double up on my subscription, will Scrag have a swappable mutant bat parts like Vernon, who has the, you can see there, who has the Were-Rat alternative head and hands, and Randy responded back, what does your heart tell you? Hashtag Vernon, oh my gosh, it's right here. Vernon, for example. So, that tells me, definitely. So, if you want both figures, I guess get 2 whole sets of these, but I mean, I'm just happy with the one, and I'll just swap them out. But I am over the moon about the announcement of these Loot Crates, and I'm very excited to have the opportunity to pre-order them this time, because, boy, I feel like I missed out the last time. And I was like, God, where did these even come from? And, it was very sad to know they just had them up for a little while and they were out. I think they said you have about a month to pre-order these. I think the deal is, like, sizes will sell out. I assume, like, larges, extra larges, 2Xs. Assume that range is probably what will sell out. I don't know, though. That's purely speculation. But I pre-ordered one. very excited about it. Okay, so let's talk about some of the other announcements and some of the other tweets here. First off, I want to talk about, okay, they announced a variant of the Super Shredder from Turtles 2. This is fun because this is one I kind of forgotten about. They had a Chef Boyardee mail-in the 90s. It was a like black version of the Super Shredder figure, and this is more or less a take on that. It's a cool way to do like a repaint, and honestly, there were a lot of people complaining that the purple was so harsh on this one, right here, and it is actually like this in the movie. Like, this is what it's like it or not. It's very harsh in purple. I think it's great because I like that kind of stuff. And this is like a very dulled down version. I think this is way more like, you know, it's more black. There is some purple. It's a little hard to tell because these pictures that they've put up, you can see have a lot of purple lighting. You can just see the glow of the light, so you can tell that's what it is. But honestly, I think this is an awesome looking figure. If you didn't have a chance to get one of these, this is another opportunity. Another one being, I don't know if you know, but I am giving away this very one. Once this channel hits 500, we're going to do an event. Everyone following this channel will have an opportunity to win this very lovely Super Shredder. I'm giving you for free just to say thank you, because I'm having fun talking toys with you guys, and I want to give back to you all. And I know this wasn't an easy one to find. I got an extra one for NECA for this very purpose, because I appreciate your support. Enough about me and this channel and stuff I want to give you for subscribing, so thank you. So NECA recently started doing their famous Q&As again, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love these. I can deep dive into these for hours. I'll just sit on my couch and get lost in these questions and these answers. So I dug out some of my favorite turtle-related ones to go over at this point. First, we're going to talk about the 1/4 scale turtles, which I don't have any of yet. I'm thinking about just getting both the movie and the animated Michelangelo. So, I don't know, if you have any of the 1/4 scale turtles, let me know what you think about them below. I think they look awesome. I actually think the foot soldier looks great, and I think that's one of my favorite of all, like, surprise favorite figures of all the turtle lines. There's just something about those foot soldiers that is just, oh, mwah, chef's kiss. But, more or less, this person asked, Slaynot V1 copyrighted, hope I don't get in trouble for that. How many 1/4 scale turtles will be coming out this year? And they said 4, and it'll be all the cartoon ones. Raph just dropped. I don't think we've seen any of the other ones yet, but they have the interchangeable faces, and that is really exciting. Oh, about inventory, I thought this was very interesting, because I know I'm very curious about how these things work, because I have been in both situations of finding no turtles, finding a bunch of turtles. This guy more or less asks if things will be stocked and handled like Splinter and Baxter were. We all know how those were handled, and we can still buy them online. Can we please give us more of that? Which I think we can all agree on. And they responded that only when Target wants to take inventory for themselves, they chose to do that in those 2 cases, and in the Tales of Marty, for example, it's up to them. And both those figures I found quite frequently, so I can definitely vouch for them buying a lot of those. And I'm hoping that they do continue it. I mean, that 4-pack, if Target doesn't get like 1 million of those, they're out of their minds. That should just be something that haunts those shelves just in case someone comes a little late to the turtle game and is like, oh, I'd love to jump in on this. I think that should just be like a standard item. Like, you know, you get your LaCroix, you get your coffee, bread, greeting cards. Oh, and of course, if you want a turtle 4-pack, you can pick it right off the shelf. That's how it should be. So, hopefully, Target will take note that we love turtles and we want to see more of them in their stores, because that's my favorite place to shop. And someone always asks Randy about Tatsu from the first Ninja Turtles movie, and if there's any way we can get that figure, and sadly, they cannot get a hold of this guy still. They've been trying forever. He said that just, literally, Randy says here, countless attempts. And so sadly, I don't think that's ever going to happen, unless you out there see this video and you know the actor who plays Tatsu, and someone can help tell him that someone wants to pay him so we can have a little him in all of our houses, because we love him so much. So let's make that happen. This makes me very happy because I like weird, dumb things for some reason, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That someone asked if we're going to see any figures from the third Ninja Turtles movie, which is a notoriously goofy and kind of weird movie. And Randy says, not this year. Normally, I think in the past, he's just straight up said no, never, things like that. But not this year, tells me. Next year, maybe. So, something to look forward to. Someone said, hey, Randy, can you give us an estimate of how many TMNT figures will be released in 2021? To which Randy said 50 plus. 50 plus. I'm going to need a bigger shelf, because that's wild. Like, oh my gosh. And this is another thing that I've been wondering for a long time. Someone said, we need actual Toon Mousers, lots of them. And Randy said, we know. So that means those are also coming in the future. For animated series fans, any chance of a TMNT Pizza Monsters full grown-up version, which very notoriously cool, big fun monster in the cartoon. And Randy said, I'd love that in a slice of pie. So I'm saying that's a definite down the road as well. Okay, and then someone asks, is April going to be a pre-order or a Walmart release? And Randy says, positively both. We're working out those details to make sure everyone who wants one can get one without struggle. So rest at ease, you're getting April O'Neil, she's coming very soon. We're all going to have enough of a chance, so that's very exciting. Alright, well, believe it or not, that's the news. So I hope this was fun and informative. Remember, please like, comment, subscribe below. If you want a chance to win yourself this Super Shredder, once we hit 500, I'm going to figure out some sort of a giveaway. And you have to be, but the only thing I know for now is you have to be subscribed, and we'll figure that out once we get to 500. So we still got a little ways to go. And thanks so much for all your support. I hope you guys like this news. I've been dying to just sit and talk turtle news for a while, and so much had built up over the course of like 3 days that I was like, I think this is my chance. Let's jump it on them. Get your loot crates. Get your loot crates. You got a month, a little bit less than a month from now once you're seeing this video. So channel updates. I got this today. Tomorrow I'm launching this insanely long hunt. It's about an hour. I had a doctor's appointment and a whole afternoon to kill, so kill it with me. I will post that tomorrow, so it'll be up all weekend. Don't expect you to sit and watch it in all one go, because it's very long. I do appreciate it. Really appreciate your support because you're amazing, you're wonderful, and I'll talk to you really soon. So have a great one.